Is Days Gone getting a new region via story DLC? Well, we got way more clues about this potential extra Pinnacles region that was found in the game. So let's get into it. Would be awesome if you could leave a like on the video as it shows your support. And let's go. If you watched my previous video on this new region, then you remember this footage, right? That was posted by EarlStranger38 on Reddit, where we see streamer Femsteph launch herself into the air and then briefly end up in a region called Pinnacles that we can't access, while the name seems to be in the game, weirdly enough. Days Gone is of course set in Oregon in the US, and we touched in my previous video on the fact that Pinnacles is a real world location that is next to Wizard Island, that we of course also have in the main game. So that would mean that there are basically two possible ways to this potential new region, that is to the right of the Highway 97. Although both bridges that lead to this potential region are blocked, but it's totally something that could change in the future, of course. The closest we can get to this location is when you get to the Nero checkpoint on the other side of the river, and we can get there by jumping with our motorcycle. If you don't feel like me though, I did get there in the end. No, but no chance to get on this mountain, and there seems to be nothing, at least right now. There have been a lot of discoveries though, namely a special character collectible that you find over here on the map in the Wizard Island camp by going inside this tent, and then next to the bed you find this document. And if you then check it out in the collectible menu, it's number 29, a letter to Taylor Waite, the drugs kid of course. Either way, the document is called Delivery Boy and says the following. Hey bro, that deal we talked about, this is the first delivery, you followed through, there's more where that came from. Stop by the Pinnacles camp and we will talk. Eddie Apuna. So yes, a mention of the Pinnacles camp in this collectible, and by the way, shout out to Narcolepsy4 on Reddit, and I hope I pronounced it right, for noting the connection with the Pinnacles region and this collectible. So Taylor was supposed to meet Eddie, likely for a new drugs order at the Pinnacles camp, so in this new region, maybe this is a hint to a potential upcoming new mission. But there is more, it gets even more interesting. We got Caleb on Twitter who reached out saying that the IMDb page actually notes a voice actor for Eddie Apuna, who is again not in the game. Well, maybe not yet. We only have him right now as a writer of this note. So if we look at the IMDb page, we see that Sam Puafua, and I hope I pronounced that right, is actually credited for the voice of Eddie Apuna, who again, as far as we know, is not in the game right now, but correct me if I'm wrong in the comments down below. So that is pretty strange, right? I thought, is there more going on? So I digged a little bit deeper and found the actor on social media with no mention of Days Gone at all. And you would think that if you did a voice and additional voices, according to IMDb, that you would at least be like, ah, the game that I worked on is out right now, totally check out the voices that I did. But no, I could not find a post on his Facebook or Instagram. He did mention Days Gone one time though, and this is on coconet.tv, a special website that highlights content made by Islanders for Islanders. So Sam also made a post on this website where he highlights his career, and on the bottom of the page he mentions Days Gone briefly, saying, "Lastly, I worked on my first video game called Days Gone. Cool part is that I get to represent a Polynesian character in this game, and I like Lodge 49, and that's all I'm allowed to say, but I think that last part is not part of the Days Gone bit, right?" So again, he talks about his character that never made it into the game or will be added later. So I was curious when this Facebook article was posted, and while it was hard to see on the official page, I did find the Facebook post from Coconet, and that was posted last year on July 19th, 2018. So very interesting stuff with really two possibilities in my opinion. Either this is DLC content that was already made and recorded more than a year ago, or this was cut content. Days Gone is a big game, but a ton of content was seemingly cut from the game too. Back in May 2018, when Game Informer published the first hour of Days Gone, the game still had dialogue choices that would impact the story of the game. that we now know did not make it into the final game. So they removed a lot of different story branches and likely missions that would play differently depending on your choices, and they all did that 1 year before the game came out. So maybe Sam's character, this Eddie guy, was also part of the cut content, just like the whole Pinnacles region. On the other hand, Sam thought in July that he was still part of the game, so was this really cut just a few months before launch? And would they really cut a big region where there were likely some open world activities as well? Anything is possible, but I can totally see them add that later as well, or maybe add that in the potential upcoming sequel of Days Gone. What do you think of all of this? Again, input is more than welcome in the comments down below. If you got more stuff linked to this potential Pinnacles region or to Eddie Apuna, who we might be able to meet in the future, then again, totally leave it in the comments down below. When we know more, I will let you know here on the channel, so totally subscribe for everything Days Gone. Would be awesome if you could leave a like on the video, as it shows your support. Check out my other Days Gone content by checking one of the videos here on the screen. Click my icon to subscribe to the channel, and for now I will speak to you next time. Goodbye!